Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid-April 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Cancerians. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we got for you this week. I hope everything's fabulous for you. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get this first card out here, shall we? What's going on for my Cancerians, please? And while we get this first card out, I would just like to let everybody know that it is my birthday weekend this week. So I'm just letting every sign know that. We're not going to make a huge deal out of it. But yeah, we do have this card that could represent control. There's always something to raise an eyebrow at when we have the little puppet master here. It's nothing to freak out about. We'll speak about it. It's a very complex type of card. Now, before we do that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look at this card. So we have this jester-looking figure playing with those puppets, and we've all heard the different tropes about puppet masters, people pulling the strings, and of course, on its rougher end, this card could mean that. But I like to take the optimistic approach when I see this card. There might be something in your life that you were trying to get a hold of, get control over, whether it's your own emotional state, whether it's a certain situation or issue. We'll see if the whole reading itself gives us a little more light in regards to that. But absolutely watch out for anybody trying to control the way you think, the way you feel when we have this, because in its roughest sense, it could be somebody like pulling strings. So we'll just put that down there. Hopefully there's like something within your own personal life and situation that you're getting a grip on. But yeah, let's get into tarot. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But yeah, let's get these first three going. What do we got for the Cancerians, please? Nice shuffle. What do we got? So, last week's reading, it was titled They Are Stressing. And a big vibe I was picking up in the reading last week was somebody being pretty wound tight or nervous about something, stressing about it. Now, it doesn't mean that had to be you. It could have been someone you're linked to. But yeah, there was somebody wound pretty tight. So hopefully that energy has dispersed. Usually that's fleeting. We're going to try to keep it optimistic regardless, though. Let's get you three cards in the upright. And energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because it could be your energy or somebody else. There's tons of Cancerians out there going through a lot of different things, which I'm sure you already know that. Okay, yeah, we have the Ten of Wands. You definitely need to watch out for your physical well-being. Make sure you're getting proper rest, relaxation, that you don't take too much on your shoulders. This could be somebody with a bit of a burden on them. Let's get two more. Okay, yeah, so we have the Page of Swords. Interesting. Okay, there could be something you're observing, all right? There could be something you're observing within yourself or around you, and you might not be too happy about it. Could be somebody else as well, because we also have the River of Tears, Five of Cups. And I have a feeling this is going to be a very in-depth type of reading. We're really going to need to clarify these. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff going. So at first glance, we do see a couple of cards that could be challenges, but there's a lot of positives we can pull from this spread too. Interesting elemental mix, pretty even. We have fire, air, and water. So this could be separate areas of life happening right now. Imposition number one is more about the physical vessel. We have the Ten of Wands. Now, it is a card of somebody with a lot of weight on their shoulders. There could be something you're going through right now that feels a little bit heavy, feels like it's a lot. You might have a lot of weight on your shoulders. It's somebody carrying a bit of a burden. Now, in its best sense, this card could be somebody with tons of determination. Like, regardless of the trials, the tribulations, the roadblocks, we're going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to keep trucking up that hill. In its roughest sense, this could be somebody going through some physical ailments, right? This could be also somebody with a lot of guilt, right? Or regret when we see this. So I really want to clarify it to hopefully pull a silver lining from it. But it's just somebody with a lot on their shoulders. When we see the Ten of Wands, you really need to make sure you're recovering, recuperating, mind, body, and soul. Now, moving over, we have our good friend over here, The Page of Swords, the Watcher of the Tarot deck. That's why I said the page was looking directly at this Ten of Wands. Now, this could represent an air sign in your life, a child, someone that's younger than you, age differences, stuff like that. But when we see the Page of Swords, it is defensive. Now, all pages are about communication. They're about learning new things. They're students. But this one, to me, is the observer, right? Like, when you get to the King and Queen of Swords, they're the strategists. They're putting things into play. This one is observing. So when I saw it looking at this Ten of Wands, you might be looking at someone's situation and it's just not sitting right with you. There could be various situations and issues that just, for something about it isn't sitting right when we see this. Or it could just be someone watching you, right? You could be under somebody's microscope or someone could be under yours. It could go either way. So we really want to see what's up with this. For all we know, this could be a conversation, though, like that is going to be had or needs to be had. Okay, especially with this page observing this Ten of Wands, like, all right, let's talk about this. Moving to the back end, we have the Five of Cups, the River of Tears card. So this could be somebody in their feelings a little bit, okay? Just to keep it simple. You see that there's spilled cups, there's also full cups, but this person is looking at the ones that have fallen. When I see the Five of Cups, it could represent somebody feeling a sense of loss. This could be sadness, it could be a little gloominess, depression, all the things that we as human beings experience from time to time. Now, it is on a scale. So you might just be feeling a little glum when this card shows up. But in its extreme sense, it could be someone with some major depression, could even be tears. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the coming days or even recently, maybe something has happened that got you in your feelings a little bit. All right. But I really want to dive deeper on all this because it seems like we could have a lot of different directions this reading can go. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's shuffle this up one time, see what we got for the Cancerians, please. Talk to me, my guides. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ten of Wands. And as always, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to the Cancerians, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ten of Wands time. What's this burden about? Maybe we'll see a turnaround in this energy. Thank you. Okay, Death card. Yeah, somebody really trying their best to turn over a new leaf or keep progressing. Like, this is somebody that has like amazing work ethic or just resolve. That's what I'm feeling right here, which would be a very good thing. If that's not you, this would be an individual you might want to like model yourself after. There could be somebody like with crazy good work ethic or staying power. This is nice. So if you are going through struggles, if you are going through a lot of things, this alignment is nothing to be scared about. We have the Death card in the upright. Now, this could just represent a Scorpio, somebody with Scorpio traits underneath this Ten of Wands. This is also a card of karmic cycles, right? The beginnings, the endings. We'll see if we get more karmic themes in this week's reading. But when I see this card, I think of somebody remaking themselves. From the ashes rises a phoenix, somebody turning over a new leaf. So there could be certain areas in your life or things about yourself that you're working on, really trying to change, really putting a lot of effort forth, okay? Maybe someone is watching your transformation as well, because I am picking up that vibe of change, of transformation. I think I've seen that for you in recent weeks as well. But I'm really liking how this energy is laying out. I really am. Okay, don't be nervous about that card. It doesn't mean literal death. It could be karmic, though. Like somebody could be learning karmic lessons, going through karmic cycles. Let's not go there just yet. Let's go in on that Page of Swords, because if we start getting more karmic cards, then I'll really push that message home. But there is change and transformation and metamorphosis at play. But let's see what's up with that page. Lots of staying power there. Someone remaking themselves. Queen of Cups. Yeah, somebody could be like keeping an eye on you in some form or fashion. Queen of Cups is a card that could represent the Cancerian collective for sure. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between. Much emotional depth. Notice that they're both watching. They're both looking over at this. So maybe some of you feel like you're going through a lot, or there's someone in your life going through a lot. There's a lot of onlookers like watching this person struggle. Or if you're going through a tough time, you feel like, all right, well, everyone knows what's happening. Why aren't they helping me out? Like there could be somebody wanting assistance as well. But when I see the Queen of Cups, it's deep emotional depth. So we could be talking about communications, like an important talk that needs to be had. So I'm picking up tons of messages here, Cancer. Just take whichever one hits for you, but there could be important conversations that need to be had or will be had in the coming days and weeks with this Queen of Cups and Page of Swords. Like I'm getting this back and forth, but there's a little defensiveness here, right? There's a little skepticism, like one person holding back a little bit, the other person's holding back as well. Like I don't want to use the word timid, but it's like both people are holding back with this talk, but there is an importance to it. Let's keep moving over to the Five of Cups. We'll talk more about this in the roundup because I'm getting lots of different things here. Let's see what's up with the Five of Cups. Might have an interesting week, my friends. And so far along the bottom, it's all water element. But let's see what's up with that. Could be any water sign with this as well. But I just have to say it again. There might be somebody like watching your moves, or you might have your eye on somebody as well. Like it doesn't mean like you're looking through their damn window, but there could be someone you're just keeping an eye on. Let's go in on that Five of Cups. Thank you. Yeah, Nine of Swords. A little bit of emotional volatility. All right. Yeah, you might come to the understanding that something isn't as bad as you initially thought. Like, okay, well, I thought that was going to be a lot worse. All right, for some reason, that's just the vibe I'm getting here, Cancer. Like, all right, that wasn't that bad. Or it could have been a lot worse. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse underneath the Five of Cups. So even though there is this like little bit of gloominess and a little bit of depression, like the Nine of Swords, if it was in the upright, then I would be like, whoa, this person's bouncing back from nervous to sad and upset and mad. Now, we did see somebody stressing last week. This is a card of stress. That might have even been the card last week, but in reverse, moving up with this Five of Cups, it is somebody improving slowly, okay, getting better. So it might not be like crazy anxiety and nerves, but there's a little gloominess here. So watch your emotions in this time. Like you might be a little down in the dumps. It's all right. There might be certain things astrologically affecting you as well. I feel like I just need to give that message. But let's go through, Cancer, because we have a lot of stuff here. I'll give you a quick recap and then we'll get into the shadow card because there could be so many different things at play. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1. Now, even the way this was laid out at the top, we had the 10 of Wands with the Page and the 5 of Cups. To me, it did feel like somebody observing a situation or an issue. But we have the 10 of Wands with the Death card in the upright. Yes, there could be some karmic undertones here, but I was picking up somebody with tons of resolve. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep pushing. Like, I will get through this type of energy. So much motivation to keep it pushing, to change. There might be somebody like you're keeping an eye on, or they're keeping an eye on you. Like, and I was getting that, like possibly modeling themselves after you or vice versa. It's a very interesting energy we have right here in the front, but it's changed for the better. Now, getting to the center, we do have this Page of Swords with the Queen of Cups, which is one of your cards. It could be another water sign as well. And I was picking up the energy of course, it looks like these two cards are watching this situation over here. So you might feel like, all right, why is everyone watching but not giving me a hand? Or maybe you feel like giving somebody a hand, like, wow, like they're just getting hung out to dry. That's only for a few of you. But this could also be an important conversation or talk that needs to be had because of the Queen and the Page. I do feel like people are holding back though, okay? Even if there are important or serious conversations that are had, like both parties are like not showing all their cards. They're holding back a little bit. So this is an interesting mixture we have going on here. Now, as we press forward to the back, more emotions at play. We have the 5 of Cups with the 9 of Swords in reverse. And it was giving me that intuitive vibe of like, all right, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Or like, yeah, that was a little rough, but it wasn't that bad. Like, I'll be okay. But there is this little downtrodden or a little gloomy energy. So just watch out in the coming days and weeks. There might be a little bit of a gloom, or someone you're connected to could have a little bit of a gloom. I just feel though like there could be a lot of people watching things happen, but not tons of action. So do with that what you will, my friends. Whether it's someone watching you or you watching somebody else, it's like in the center of this reading. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. I mean, and I don't say that to sound ominous or anything like that. All humans have eyes, right? People watch everyone from time to time. Let's get going. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. I wouldn't say this is anything to be ultra alarmed about. Like, this energy in the front was like definitely strong enough to see any of this other stuff through. So I think it's going to be fine. Maybe just take care of yourself. Let's get you one shadow card. Thank you. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, the karmic energy is showing up here in the shadows. This is a card of patience. For some of you, it could represent issues in regards to finance. There could be financial stresses, financial issues when the Seven of Pentacles is here. If that's not it, this is a big card of patience, letting something progress and elapse. So there might be certain situations you're going through where you need a little bit more patience to see how it fully plays out. That's how I feel when this shows up in the shadows. Like, if you're not going through the other things I was speaking about, maybe something really hasn't come to fruition to the point where you could fully address it just yet. So just be a little more patient with any situations or issues you're going through. But I always say with this card, it is the epitome of you reap what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. So the fact that this is in the shadows, that could be spirit saying like, hey, we showed you a karmic card in the reading. You're seeing it again. Just keep everything on the level in the coming days and weeks, to be specific. So, all right. Yeah, that's what I have for you, Cancer. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab at the end of the Fire Air readings this weekend. But for April, I'll be running it back and giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's a brand new deck and it's a lot of fun to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which ones spoke to you most. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of April, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you next time.